Hello, welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is the Wednesday edition and it is knit crate time. Yes, it is. This is the March knit crate. So let's take a peek. I've already popped it open on the bottom. Now let me hold my hand in here so nothing flies out like it normally does. And I feel softness. Let's take a look. It's extremely soft. Hey, it actually goes really nice with what I'm wearing. Look at that. This is Labribus. Here's how it's spelled. There we go. This is the Dogwood Berry. Now, I like this color, but I'll be honest, when I look at it, to me, it looks more rust color than it does berry color. I thought it would have, I like this, but I thought it would have a little bit more red tone to it than it actually does, because this is, to me, this looks more rust. Which is fine, because I do like earth tones and autumn colors. But I wouldn't consider this a berry color. To me, this is definitely more of a rust. It feels like alpaca. And I was right. It's 100% baby alpaca. This is extremely soft. I mean, like, pet the yarn. It's really, really soft. It is a fingering weight 400 yards. And so we have 2 skeins, so we have a total of 800 yards here, which is a good amount to do some nice things with. So let's see what else is in here with this. There's some goodies. We have some of the little plastic stitch markers that are removable, which works for crochet or knitting. And we have 2 sets of point protectors for your needles. They also, if you put them on, keep the stitches from falling off the end. Okay, let's look at the patterns that they've got this month. Now they're offering, actually I just looked through this, they're actually offering an extra pattern this month. One of the ladies who was one of the former, like the main people at Knit Crate, designed a pattern called the Seeds and Stems Cowl, and it is, she's written a book called Seasonal Slow Knitting, and they have it as a free download for Knit Crate members or Knit Crate Sock Crate this month. So here it is. Her name is Hannah, and that's right here is what the book looks like. And she is wearing the cowl, I think. Although it looks more like a scarf. It looks like she's wearing a hat to me. Oh, no, the scarf is, here's the cowl. Okay, there's the cowl right here. So it doesn't show a huge picture of it. But yeah, there it is. Now the other patterns, these were the sock yarns that you could have gotten this month. So it looks like kind of a black and a purple and the same kind of color, very similar color to what I got. And these were the membership colors. It was a brown and kind of foresty green, and then the color I got, which is right here. Okay, now the knitted patterns, there is a pair of socks. Actually, there's a pair of crocheted socks and a pair of knitted socks. There's no way I'm putting something this soft, this nice softness, going on my dried out, scratchy, scaly feet on my dirty floors. I try to keep my floors clean. It's like I put on my socks, I look at the bottom of them, and I go, ugh. Yeah, it's like, what happened? I mop, I sweep, I vacuum, and I no sooner finish, and just to mock me, a herd of dust bunnies, like rolls across the floor. So, yeah, there's no way I would spend something like this and put it on my feet. So, this deserves something close up and cuddly. So, yeah, the patterns are great for the socks, but I'm not using it for this yarn. Might use it for something else. So let's take a look. There is a hat and cowl in the knitted one. Here it is right here. It's called Decumani. And there is the hat and the cowl. And then these are the socks. And the socks are called Heart Leaf socks. Now the crochet, there's Rhythmic Ramblings socks, which look more like a slipper sock to me. They don't look like a sock. And then I really like the crochet pattern here. I like that. That I think is really pretty. The seashell capelet. Yeah, if I decide to make any of the patterns, it will be this one. I just think that looks very feminine. I just need to check to make sure it's big enough for certain portions of a large person like me. Anyway, yeah, I like that pattern the best. And it was interesting, Knit Crate did a survey with all of us that are participants. And then they kind of gave us the feedback of what they got from the survey. And it was interesting because a lot of people were saying they really wanted more like variegated yarns, not as many of the tonals or solid colors. But I'll be honest, I like this. It's in my color jam, so to speak. Yeah, I like earth tones. I like fall colors. I like most colors. There's a few colors I'm not crazy about, but for the most part, I like most colors. But I do like this one. But one of the things that they said was some people were saying that they would prefer not as many tonals or solids. And so they said that they are going to address that. And then they also were saying, a lot of people were kind of not complaining, but saying that there was too many of the same types of patterns. And I do notice that there is a lot of hat and cowl patterns in the Knit Crate. But I think why that is because, you know, they're trying to produce a project that you can do with the yarn that they have sent you. Well, I mean, this is 800 yards, so you can do something pretty substantial. You could make a shawl out of 800 yards very easily. But sometimes if it's a heavier weight yarn, you can't. You're limited to a certain amount, and so it kind of limits the size project. And so small projects that can be done, you know, with 400 or 500 yards kind of limits you. So they said they were going to address that as well, but you know, you are kind of limited when you're trying to stick to the yarn that you are sending out and to try to come up with a project that's not fingerless mitts, cowl, or hat. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. But they're also working on getting things shipped to us sooner. Like today is the 14th, and you know, they bill you on the 1st. And it used to be you would get it around the 9th. So they said that they are working on it, and they actually are offering you percentages off for every day that it is late. So that's a pretty cool deal too. So yeah, and so we'll see where it heads. I mean, it's all good stuff. So looks like the changes are going to be for the better. And yeah, so that is this month's. I'm looking through the book real quick, see if there's anything else. No. Okay, the color scheme for next month is Luminous. So here is their color palette. It's Luminous. I see me some purples and blues. But I also kind of like this color too, kind of the goldeny browns. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with, but everything I see in here so far, I really like those colors. So we'll see what happens for next month. Now, if you are interested in trying Knit Crate and would like to do so and not spend a whole lot of money, you can get your first month for $5. Yes, $5. There is a link down below in the description box, and if you click that and sign up, you can try your first Knit Crate box for $5. And it includes all the same things like what I showed you. The membership box is most of the time 2 skeins of yarn. If it's 1 skein of yarn, which I think they've only done maybe 2 times, something like that. It hasn't been many. But it's usually 2 skeins of yarn. If it is only 1 skein of yarn, it's because it's like a super luxury yarn. But like I said, that doesn't happen but maybe twice that I can really remember. So anyway, if you want to try it, you can use the link below and do it for $5. But I will warn you ahead of time, if you decide you do not want to continue with it, make sure you cancel before the first of the month, because that's when they send out the billing. And so they will bill you directly to your credit card. So just make sure that if you decide you don't want to continue, just cancel it before the first of the month. And it's easy to cancel. You can do it right online. So yeah, if you got Knit Crate too, let me know what color you picked out. So I think Kim got the brown, I think, but I could be totally wrong. So yeah, if you got Knit Crate this month, let me know what you picked out. And that's it for this segment. And thanks again for watching. Happy Wednesday.